With the crew we got, let's start. Okay. Clear my throat so everything sounds better now. Okay. Let's call the meeting to order. And Lion Joe, would you please recite the pledge for us?
Somebody wave the flag. There we are. Thank you.
There she is.
Put your right hand over your chest and follow me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Lions United, would you give us the invocation, please?
Lord, we offer you this gathering and ask you to bless it. We thank you for this opportunity to be together, to carry out faithfully what we come to see as our duties. Guide us as we work and make us determined to do them. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. All right. And due to the fact that our tail twister is probably still taking care of his knee, leg, or whatever he's taking care of, Lion Steve, would you go around the screen and introduce everybody that you see, please?
Okay. Save myself for last. We have Lion Lyle, club secretary treasurer, I believe.
Just treasurer. Don't build me up too much.
Lion Joe Farah, past president and longtime member. Lion Bob, president, current president. Lion Sharon Eberhard, past president, and also does work at the governor level. And past president George Chalet as well, and Lion Sanita Lahan as well. And myself,
yourself?
Lion Stephen.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And Secretary Joe, do we have any correspondence that needs some attending to?
Yes, we do.
All right.
The main bit of correspondence we have is from the district, and they want us to inform them of who our delegate and the alternate are for the upcoming district convention. This will be done by Zoom, and it's taking place
14th through 16th, May 14th
this
through
month.
16th.
Yes. So we are to name and to give them the information. They want the name and address of the representative and an alternate.
So we get one representative and one alternate?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Who would like to volunteer for this, George?
Bob Lahan.
Zenny and I have an issue that weekend. Zenny's supposed to have an operation on Friday, which will take us out all day Friday and probably Saturday as well. I may be able to do it on Saturday, but Zenny could not because she may not be able to.
I have a right eye surgery on May 14th
That's the Friday.
To take care of blocked tear.
Tear duct.
Yeah, tear duct.
I have a question for you. Did you guys send in your delegate information?
We're just
Delegate
talking about that
information.
now, Sharon.
Not that I know, Sharon.
You have to do it before the 7th, I think.
Yes, between Joe and I, we'll get it settled. I can take care of Sandy. Saturday. Okay. I could take care of Saturday.
Well,
and possibly Sunday. You know, how old, when does it start and how long do I have to sit here and
it starts at 9 and goes all day.
oh
Now, I just want to let you know, I'm going to be there. I have to go because I'm on the cabin.
When you say be there, you mean it's on Zoom you'll be there?
I have to attend the convention, yes.
Okay.
So just to let you know that.
Bob, it's nice that you're volunteering, but something may come up to not allow you to be there to vote. As long as Sharon is going to be there and is familiar with the issues.
Lion Joe,
Yes,
voting will be done before the convention by mail.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys,
Okay.
you can't wait too long to get that in.
Where's our form to get that in?
Well, you guys were supposed to send in the information. They were going to mail it to you. So you better contact Denise. I don't know. It might be too late. I don't know.
Denise Kelly.
Yeah.
there's an email address. Let me give it to you. This is all small case. Lions. Then the number 4.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's Denise Kelly. That is
Service.
Denise Kelly.
Lions for Service at gmail.com.
Yes, that is Denise Kelly. When you send something to that email address, you're going to reach Denise Kelly.
All right, good.
She does
I'll do
the.
that. I'll do that. I got it right here. Yeah, I know Denise. I'll do that right here. I'll tell her
Okay.
where we are, what we need, and I'll get it from her.
Well,
Yes, sir.
let's decide who's going to be the alternate. They want it done. They want both names and addresses. So that you don't have to go back and forth, Bob. Let's do it right the first time around.
Okay, all right. Who wants to be an alternate? Means you're going to be at the meeting as well?
Yes, alternate will fill in for the delegate, but if you guys have to, mail in the ballot, I don't know how that works.
Well,
I mean, I
let
don't
me
know
ask.
what your delegate's going to do if the vote's already in.
Let me ask Denise. So, who wants to be the delegate here that can be around on Saturday?
Well, I'm willing to be the delegate if you want me to be. If somebody else wants to do it, I'm willing to be an alternate. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just
It
volunteering.
makes sense to have you as the delegate, Sharon.
Yeah, because you
Because
know
you're
what's
already
going
there.
on, Sharon.
Yes,
And it as Joe says, it kind of makes sense that you do it. And
well, I'm more than willing. I'm honored that you want me to do it, and I'm willing to do it for you.
so I'll check with Denise. I'll tell her that you will do it, and we'll pick up what we need from her, and I'll communicate it to you.
Okay, and then why don't you be an alternate?
I'll be the alternate. I'll be around because we'll probably be around because she won't be able to go any place for a day or two.
Yeah. All right.
And I'll be here taking care
That's
of
the only
cat.
new business that I've got.
Okay. All right. Can we settle on that?
Okay with me.
Yes.
Okay. Superb. Joe, any other mail we should be aware of?
Not in my hands.
Not to your end. Okay, that takes care of the correspondence. Now, if I can read my writing here, it's great stuff. Okay, so we can go down to the committee reports. Is there anything to do with the committees were kind of all done for the year, in a sense, and we'll get to the financials later, which will really make us done. And
the only thing that really I do need to present the final tally on the YNC at a meeting. I did mail out a very detailed financial on the YNC last week, I think it was.
Yep.
To everybody. And I'm just going to go straight to the bottom line, which is 7322.86. So we made just a very small amount less than last year. Let's see if I can find those numbers. Here it is. Last year we made 74.59. This year we made 73.22. Even though we sold roughly 1,800 less tickets or 1,700 less tickets, we only made $150 less, $136 less, pardon me. So we did very well this year. The membership was very cooperative. They did as much as they could, but you know, there's always next year to look forward to.
Good. Well, we're maintaining, we're maintaining it anyhow. And we got
Yes,
it done. And I think we learned we'll be better for it because we learned.
I had a phone call from one of our selling groups up in, actually, he's located in Sacramento, and he handles 3 groups. He has another group in Los Angeles that would like to sell tickets next year.
We'll take them.
So I told him that any other groups that want to sell, just get a hold of me. We'll take care of it at that time.
Good.
So
One
anyway.
of the things, yeah, one of the things that I've noticed by going to the council meeting is, you know, some of the clubs are very good at raising money. Others, you know, don't know what to do tomorrow afternoon to raise money. And I think we can make a selling effort to get some of the other Lions clubs involved in this, especially the smaller ones. And so I'm going to continue to plug that at the meetings and see if we can get some cooperation from some of the other clubs. And I know some people here in our neighborhood up the street now that hopefully the school and church will be back and settled down. We can get them, you know, back as well. So I think we can.
Well,
You know,
time will tell.
and you know, if we can get up to a goal where we can sell 20,000 tickets, and it'll be good for all of us. So we'll do it that way. Okay, that's far as the youth and is concerned.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on the report I sent out?
No, I think it
No,
was
I
very
got it all here.
extensive
I actually,
explanation.
Or did I baffle you with enough BS?
It was baffling, but we understood. I understood what you said.
Hey,
But
I
it
won
was
again. There we
It's a
go.
lot of details, which is great.
Yeah.
Zenny loves the details. This is her. I mean, this is what she did with all that insurance stuff. The banking stuff is okay. We know how the bankers do it, but the other reports here with all the, you know, I've noticed I yellow highlighted a lot of the things. So, you know, they're all here. So that's.
If you have any questions, ask them now.
I would. I can't say what I want to say. It has some. When we're done, I'll tell you what we can do with this report and to whom we ought to send it to.
I saw a little gleam in your eye, Robert.
Okay. Anyhow. Okay. Good. Okay. I got something from the Lions Foundation. We gave them a couple of $100, right?
Yes, sir, we did.
We do every month.
No,
that's the Lions Eye Foundation, Joe.
That's the Lions. Now, wait a minute. The Lions Foundation and the Lions Eye Foundation are 2 different things.
That we're talking about. Okay, which foundation are you speaking about?
It says Lions Club Foundation. It says nothing about eyes.
That's LCIF.
Okay, LCI. Oh, I gotta get everything's initials in this world.
You missed the C.
That's Lions Club International Foundation.
Yes.
Yes, and I noticed we gave them a few bucks.
We gave them $1,000.
Okay. All right. We did get a note, a long and good one from Lion Emily concerning the status of Balboa.
Man, I'm in a
and
Zoom
her
meeting
herself,
right now.
etc. And I don't know whether you want to share the whole note, Lyle,
Fine.
but
Nice
she
to
told
talk.
us where the money went,
Right.
in a sense, in regards to the things that the school doesn't support that they need, you know, like art supplies and things like that for the, you know, for the school, and that's where the money goes to. And she's very appreciative of all of that. And obviously she closes the note that she says that, you know, born and raised in the Excelsior district. I mean, she's a proud member of things out here. So we did get a nice note from Emily Balboa. Okay. Now I want to say something at this point, and it has to do with getting back to in-person meetings, etc. Even with the other quote clubs that I'm a member of, they're all talking about doing it. And I think two things on this. I think number one, we're somewhat comfortable doing one meeting this way. At least we've got the basics down. Thank you, Lyle. But it's also nice to see each other in person. There seems to be a lot of Lions clubs that only meet like once a month, and it's usually an in-person meeting. I would like to, take that into consideration as we move into the new year, of getting back in person, like on the at one meeting, and then doing this at another, in another meeting. And I think keeping the 2 meetings a month are important for us, because it kind of keeps us, balanced in a sense. So I want to
Ron,
start
Bob?
this. Yes, Sharon.
I think we voted on this once before, didn't we? Vote to do the board meetings on Zoom and the general membership meetings in person?
I think that is going to be the best way to do it, and thank you for remembering it, because if we do the general meeting, then we can get a guest or two,
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
Like I had a young lady contact me about coming to the meeting, and I told her she couldn't come to this one, but on the 19th she wants to get into our Zoom meeting and see what we do and so forth. And so that may get us another member there. But I think both are important. I know that the Italian American Social Club will appreciate us at least once a month, and the things that we do there. And I think we can continue with them on the Wednesdays, and do it that way. But in the process of that, I would also like to bring up the is it the 71st, Lyle? And 71st annual installation and awards luncheon. Is that the right number?
I believe that's correct. Yes, I will have to double check that.
I have something down there. I've already kind of made some plans and moved forward with that. And I scheduled Saturday, July 17th for a luncheon at the Basque Center. The installing officer will be Mario Buenaventura.
Beneventi.
Beneventi?
Yes.
Benaventura is a good friend of mine. Okay.
A different guy.
He's a good. He wants to do it right now. He's ready to go. Okay. I'm going to try to get a couple of guests there. People that I know who may come and sit in and see what we do. And I encourage you to bring a guest, bring a neighbor, bring your sergeant. Okay.
Hey,
And the cost is $35, and we get a couple of choices here, and we'll probably be in the room right to the left when you come in. I talked to Francois and kind of worked that out. But anybody have any other suggestions on what, where, and when to get us started off with the proper quote installation and awards?
I think it's great line, Bob. What I'm concerned about the price, making sure that the price covers all of our expenses.
Yes.
If that's possible.
Inclusive. It's $35 inclusive.
How much of that is going to the Basque Center?
I don't really know. I think you have to take a certain percentage for quote tip, and then the taxes out. I would say probably break it down, probably $29-30 to the Bass Center, and the rest to the tip.
35 is what Francois quoted you
For lunch, yes.
for lunch. And that menu that I gave you, we were $22 up until 2 years ago.
Well, that was a few years ago.
No,
I haven't brought that up to him yet. When I see him, I have another reason to go down there, and I'm going to show him that when Don't go away.
That really is not an unreasonable
No.
I understand.
increase.
Yeah, I've talked to other
Bob, but-
other places as well. I'll give you an example. Fiora d'Italia, where the history club meets, okay, which is on a Tuesday night, and they've got parking. Well, they got the valet parking, and plus you can park in the area as well. And I always find parking, which the first thing people ask about is what the hell's going on with parking. They want $45, and that's without wine on the table, okay, and they do a nice job, et cetera. But that's by the time you take two people out, that's $100 night out, and that's for the people in the history business, they can probably afford that. Although up the street at the Gold Mirror, with that room that they have upstairs, they only charge $30 a month, $30 on a. We meet on what is it? It's a Wednesday night, to meet up there. The only issue with the Mirror is, more than one, is the fact that there ain't no parking in the neighborhood unless you want to go over and park in a Safeway, and the fact that they're not totally sealed off. There's a big curtain that comes over, it's like a big rug, but you can still hear the people from downstairs, etc. So, that seems to be, I don't know what's going to happen with the Irish Center. The meeting is right now. Isn't it the 5th? At the Irish Center to figure out what they're going to do and when they're going to do it, or if they're going to keep it at all. So we'll find out about that tomorrow morning. But the other restaurants that I've, talked to and where the other clubs meet, the $30, $35 is probably the best we're going to do, except we're a little spoiled by the Italian American Social Club at our $28 with wine on the table, and we're spoiled by their food. I'll throw a patent in for that. So I think this is a good start. But Joe, what you gave me here was 2003 prices. This is the main menu. The first room up to $45. The other room up to 45 people. The other room up to 60.
That's not the lunch. The lunch is on the reverse side.
No, this is the luncheon on this side.
Let
Okay.
me make this clear, if I may.
Okay.
I like the idea of the Bass Center. The parking is the biggest attraction, and their lunch from the group that I was going there with for over 20 years included salad, and then the entree and a French roll, and tax and tip thrown in. The total cost per person was $22. This was up until 2 years ago. And not to put the burden on you, Bob, but you can say to them, you can horse trade a little bit. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing says you have to accept what they throw at you. You could say you presented it to the club and they feel it's a little bit pricey. And maybe you could say they're more comfortable with $28 or.
Well, I also meet there with another club, Les Clubs des Messieurs, which is about 35, 40 guys. And they charge us $40, okay? And the club hosts the bar. And we get, for that, your soup, salad, and a choice of one or two entrees. And sometimes some guy will come in with, dessert, depending upon whose birthday it is, okay? And but I'll talk with Francois, tell him this is what we've done, etc., and see if we can do a little, as you say, horse trading.
And you could refer them to me and my group.
Okay.
That you can say to him that I might be influential, and for what it's worth, it's all right.
Okay.
Take the heat off yourself. Take it off yourself, and he'll know what you're talking about.
Okay. I will do that. I after reading this 2003 lunch menu, my golly.
That's the general public.
That's to the general public. Well, still, it's if we could get the breast of chicken for $10.75, and the leg of lamb for $11.25.
No,
I'm
what
on
was
my way.
available was on the reverse side.
Oh, I mean, over here. Well,
That's
you
right.
wrote it out. Salad and coffee, $20. Pork spare ribs, etc. Well, this might be a bargaining tool. Okay.
Lion Bob, do we have to guarantee a certain number of people?
20.
20.
Yeah.
I have to be honest and say it's going to be difficult for us to get 20 people.
Think so?
Yes.
Unless we bring people with us.
Well, that was the thing. I thought you might bring a guest or two, but we can count it out. Let's work on that, because I know Margot wants to come, with or without a friend. I'm not quite sure, but probably with. I know I can get one other person to come, and let's do a count. And again, I'll use that with Francois to see, what we really have, and I'll give him a count, and we'll maybe by the next meeting, but certainly by the 1st of June, we'll know. The first meeting in June, we'll get it there. Okay.
And also, I know this is kind of a fly in the ointment, but who are we going to pay? We generally have in the past paid for the meal for the installing officer and his wife.
Not generally, we didn't.
Or a spouse. And
did
also, if you invite Margot, is the club going to pick that check up?
Or if the club doesn't, I will.
Well, I understand that, but we need to think about this and be aware of it so that if necessary, we can build it into the price rather than just all of it coming out of the club. This is when you arrange for a club function, you have to make sure who's paying for what and what we need to account for. And these are things we need to account for. Now, in the administration fund, we have plenty of money to do that. It's not a problem. I just want to make you aware that we need to think of these things in advance, not after the fact.
What do you think that it would be a good idea to send a notice to all our members that this is what we're planning, if they will support it, give them the price, location, and time, and get a commitment from them as soon as we can for themselves and any guests that they would bring.
Absolutely. I think that's a terrific idea. How that's going to work out, will they respond is a very large issue. Because in the past, response has not been forthcoming.
Well, I would hope that now we're out of this.
Not without a lot. It doesn't matter, Bob.
Okay.
You have to know who you're dealing with, and our people just do not respond. It's
That's very true. And besides, we don't know where San Mateo's going to be in July. They're not in the yellow zone yet, in the yellow tier.
Well,
The Bass Center's been open for a couple of months, so.
Yeah, but not a lot of people are still willing to go out and be in a group without a mask on.
Well, I think we can poll our people and find out if they want to do it. So
yeah, that's why maybe you want to include that. I mean, I don't know. Are they? Do you know what the bask limit is now?
Do I know what their limit is
as far as patrons in the restaurant?
Well, in the one room that
No, not that. Each county has their tiers have a quota of how many people can be in a restaurant. Like some it's 25, some it's 50 people. I don't know what it is under the yellow tier, but they're required to keep to those limits if they're going to have meals indoors. The restaurant, the facility.
Okay. There were 3 different luncheons going on. One in the main dining room, one in the room to the left, and then one in the big hall. When we had the luncheon there. So I'll check that out with Francois. I don't know what, San Mateo is. I know what we are here in the city. But
Yeah,
they didn't seem to have any issues about the numbers that they had.
okay. I
Well,
just
it's
want to
good
make
to
sure
know.
I just
Yeah,
want
all
to
right.
make sure we know.
We'll take that. And so, all right, I will scratch some things out. I'll send it to you. You can edit it, and then we'll send it to everybody so they can, take a quick look at it.
Bob, to familiarize you with the procedure that they use on these lunches, you give them a pair of menu items. You have several pairs there. You give them one of those pairs. Then they're going to ask you how many are going to have menu A and how many are going to have menu B.
Got it.
And I never bothered to ask people who's going to eat what. I would tell them half and half. And it always worked out. I never had a problem with it.
Good point. Good point. I agree with that. That's a good point. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've done that before because at Fior they just know, everything will work out whether you want the fish, the steak, or all the great pastas that they put out as well. And
So I just don't want you to be blindsided, is what my
no, we won't be. I appreciate the input. So we'll put all these down, and then we'll take them to the crew and see what we have.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thanks for your work, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun. You know that I kind of like. I can tell you a whole story about the restaurant I was at today and what's going on in what they call the B6 area of the Richmond. So anyhow, that's Balboa and 6th Avenue. All right. Anything else from anybody before we're sitting here at the quote general meeting before we move on to the board?
I have a question, but I don't know if it's the board or the, I'm assuming it's the general meeting. Anyway, Lion, Peter, and I have been in conversation about the meeting that you guys hosted and the people who won the prizes. And Peter suggested that, where are my notes here? Peter suggested that, where did I do with my notes? Anyway, he suggested that he send out the tickets to John Gill and to PDG Canabara because he agreed to pay for two winners.
Right.
And I will take care of the other 3. He said there were a total of 5.
Right.
So I promised you I was going to give 2 tickets, but I'll cover the other one. And those are Helen Wong, Marlene Dumpet, and Jack Mack. I have 2 people there I have to get addresses for. So I will take care of those. I will get their addresses and send the tickets to them.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Is that all right with you?
Maya, Sharon, I appreciate what you're doing, but I do not think that another prize should come out of your pocket. In this, I know I said this and I hate to beat a drum again, but I think it is ridiculous to have these raffles at the council meeting when they are so disorganized. And, I don't want
have to agree.
I
I
don't
have
want
to
to
agree
beat up
with you
on
there.
them. I do not want to beat up on them, but it's paying somebody to show up at a meeting is not a good thing. If you have the prizes donated, I guess it's okay. But to force the issue like they seem to be doing is inappropriate.
Yeah, well,
Just to have prizes.
yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you to the point that they're disorganized. They are very disorganized. But Peter's trying.
Now the prize. How much of the prizes are you are giving out?
I was donating 3 gift cards, $10 a piece.
$10 a piece. Okay, I will bring this up at the board meeting.
And Peter's donating 2.
Right.
He always does that. He always donates 2. And like I said, I don't mind doing it because I already had them in the house, so it's not like I'm making a special trip out to buy them or anything. I just wanted to find out if do you want me to send the cards out, or does the club want to do it?
No, you have some of the information, you have the cards. I think it's appropriate if you can take care of it.
Okay.
That'd be great.
I just,
I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I want to do whatever the club wants.
okay,
This
Sounds
is a
great.
team effort.
thank you.
Good, thank you, thank you, thank you.
But
All right,
you're
any-
establishing a precedent here.
Pardon me?
We're creating a precedent.
Yes, we are. Yes, we
Well,
are.
no, because I don't know. And see, all of this may change once they go back into person-to-person meetings. I think they did the game in the beginning just to fill time. It wasn't a matter
Yeah,
of
it
getting
did.
membership and all. I think it was just to fill time.
In the person-to-person meetings, they had the same prizes, but then you were there and you got handed the prize right away. So it saved that, so forth. But they still had the little contests or so forth with like who went where and why.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Okay, well, I remember going to a couple and sitting with Larry Wong, and that's
Well, that's a long time ago.
long time ago. Yes, when things the indoor things were really working well. Okay, if that is it, can we have a motion to end the general meeting, please?
So move.
Moved.
Good. All right, moved. Everybody passes it. We'll now go on to the Lions board meeting. That's it. What I have here, Lions Club board meeting. Okay, and we need to call this to order. And Lion Joe, would you do the roll call, please?
Yes. George Soleil,
here,
Joe Farah's here,
Hey,
Lyle
Joe.
Workman's here, Viola DuPont is not here, Bill Graziano is not here, Bob Finesh, not here, Steve Martin's here,
Here.
Sharon Eberhardt's here, Robert Lahan and Zenaida Lahan.
Here.
Good. Do we have a quorum, sir?
We have 7 in attendance.
So we
Good.
do.
So we do. Can you please, who wants to read the minutes of the last meeting? Too many M's.
Okay, the treasurer read his report and it was approved. One member is still past due in his dues. Lyle informed the club everything has been done in preparation of the Youth and Community Activities drawing, which will take place April 21st meeting. 16,000 tickets have been sold. Lyle informed the members how participating teams should be placed in the football Super Bowl pool. Paul Corvey reported from Lake Tahoe that student speaker contest invitation letters have been sent to 12 schools. The board accepted all nominees for next year's club officers. That concludes minutes from the last meeting.
Good. Thank you very much. Anybody
I'll make
want
a
any
motion
changes
that
to
be
those minutes?
approved as read.
Pardon me, Lon?
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Okay. Somebody wants to
Second.
second it while Steve's
Second.
talking? Okay. Move and second that we approve the minutes. All those in favor? All right,
Aye.
Bye.
good. Anybody opposed? No, okay. All right, good. It's been moved and approved. Okay,
Question.
now we get to the treasurer's report.
Question.
Question.
Is that delinquent member in the dues still delinquent?
No, he is paid up through the end of the year. He's paid up all the way through December.
Good.
So
Superb.
I wrote him a note and said, hey, I'm tired of chasing you. Pay me.
Good.
If you pay me this much, you're good until next month. If you pay me that much, you're good until December.
Well
So
done.
he
Good.
paid up.
Good. Yes.
Good job, Lyle.
Yeah, well,
He's a great guy. He doesn't come to a lot of things, but he's a good guy. Bill Mader we're talking about, George.
Yeah, we like George. Yeah.
Okay, treasurer's report. It was a little simplified from the previous month, thank God. Anyway, the highlights, activity.
Sure.
And that there is the highlights. Anybody have any questions about any of the other, things that were in the report?
No,
No.
Okay,
they say it looked all right to us. Okay. So now that we've done that great piece of financial work, may we have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
So move.
thank
Okay.
you. You
All right,
saved me.
and let's all vote in favor of accepting the treasurer's report. Thank you very much.
Aye.
And
Aye.
Hey, bingo, bango, bongo. Thank you so much. And a one, and a two, and a three.
an old business that we have we already discussed the delegates, so that takes care of that because this is where I had it here.
Well, if we're bringing up the convention under old business, I'm not sure if everybody is aware that there are a very large number of changes to the Constitution and bylaws coming down the pike. These were discussed by the in a Zoom meeting that took place a week or two ago on a Saturday. That's when all the candidates gave their speeches and acceptance, hey, I accept nomination, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I want to bring that up. I'm not going to go over all of them. It's drive everybody crazy. But at some point, we're going to have to rectify the various changes to our constitution and bylaws and see if anything is affected.
I have a quick question, Lyle. Is there anything there that the club objects to? Because we're going to be voting on that at the convention.
Actually, everything is being voted on in advance of the convention.
I thought we were doing that at the convention. That's why I'm going.
I do not believe so. I believe that all the voting will be done in advance of the convention.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I've had so many emails about various things.
I'll check on that.
I've lost a little bit of track.
Yeah, I know
as
that.
far as that's
I know.
concerned.
Because they told us we have to be registered on Friday in order to vote on Saturday. And that was going to be for bylaws and constitution. So let me check with Denise because she's on the convention committee, and I'll let you know. And if there's anything there that you think, I can always vote no. I don't have to vote yes. If the club really objects to something.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages.
Oh God.
If you want me to go over them, I will, but I do not recommend it.
No, and not unless there's something that you really object to.
I honestly do not know.
Okay.
I have not read it. Here's just a sample page. As you see, in the top is black lettering, in the bottom is red lettering.
That's a change.
The red lettering is all the changes.
Oh my God.
And that's just one item.
Oh my God.
Okay. So it is complicated. What I could do is I will go through this and see if there's anything that stands out that is going to affect us tremendously. And I will put a blurb in the bulletin about it.
Okay. That'd be good.
Which will go out on Saturday.
Okay. That's good.
Okay. So read the bulletin.
We're having our pre-CAB meeting on Friday, so I'll ask Denise, I'll get a clarification on the voting.
Okay.
And let you know.
Sounds good. Sorry about that, Bob.
No, that's okay. That's what I wanted to hear.
Old, new, in between.
Little of this and some of that. And Okay. Excuse me. Okay, we've new business, which is no old business. We just talked about that. We got the Student Speakers Foundation down. One thing I thought, this is just
We didn't
winner of the
discuss the Student
district,
Speaker Foundation.
it was just a note I wrote down here. It said money to the Student Speaker Foundation. We do donate to that, right?
Yes,
Okay.
we do. And the background, we received an email from the Student Speaker Foundation, several pages long, asking the various clubs to support the Student Speaker Foundation. And it was brought up by, I think, by Lions and Ida to donate again. And this is at the last general meeting. And you know, I told her that we should bring this up at the board meeting. So here we go. We have given the Student Speaker Foundation $200 this year already. Okay. That was in September. That was one of the first donations we released because that's when they need the money. And it was brought up that, you know, do we want to answer this appeal with an additional donation, or do we want to let it slide by? So
I remember them asking $100 or more, but that's
Right.
all I remember. So, and
Well,
then
we-
you
we-
said
you
that
know.
we already have given them something.
yes, we
And you said
donated
that we
$200.
stopped.
$200.
Yeah.
That's in our budget.
Yeah.
So there you go. We're up to date on that. Does anybody want to do anything?
Well, I think that's a fair amount,
$100.
$200.
I mean, additional $100 because we already gave them $200.
You want to give another $100?
Well, that's my question. We
Well,
have already given them $200.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think that's a fair amount. I don't think we need to give them any more, but then, you know, I'm personally giving them $100. But that's up to the club. That's just my vote. I would say $200 is
It's enough. Yeah.
an appropriate amount.
Lyle, didn't we have to send in a certain amount to participate in the student speakers?
Yes, that is a separate fee, Joe. That goes to the district.
Yes.
That does not go to the Student Speaker
Okay,
Foundation.
but it's still,
I think it went up this past year, I believe. I don't remember if it was $100 or $150. I don't remember.
and we also give the speakers their prizes for
Yes.
participating.
Yeah.
Well,
We pay for their meals.
yes. Well, there were no meals this
No,
year.
when it's live, I mean.
Yeah. But this year to date on the student speaker contest, we have spent $425.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
that's
inclu-
enough. That's enough.
That includes the
That's enough.
$200 to the Student Speaker Foundation, the fee to the district, the first place winner was $100, and the contestant, I think, was $25.
Right.
So that's the breakdown of what we spent so far this year on a student speaker. Now that's less than last year because we didn't have any dinners to pay for.
Yeah.
But you know,
No, I think that's, like I said, I think that's appropriate. That's sufficient.
That we've
Then you
given,
don't have to. I mean, you just have to reiterate to them that we are already a contributing club.
you don't have to say anything to them.
Or
No,
just ignore it.
Zenaida, that's just a form email they sent out to everybody. They don't check to see how much you've already paid. So, you know, it's
Yes,
up to us. If we don't want to give any more, we don't give any more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To say is, do you just ignore it or do you acknowledge the email
No, just ignore it.
saying we
Yeah.
have already done our contribution to the.
It doesn't require a reply.
Yeah,
So
I
we
just
don't have
ignore
to.
Just put the delete button.
Yeah. Fire 13.
I like George. Delete, 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 delete.
Fire 13. Trash.
That's the best key on here.
George is my kind of guy. Just delete that bad boy. It's out of here.
Okay. Well, we'll hold it there, and I think we've done more. The only thing that I noticed in this, yes, the winner of the district got $4,500, but what did the other two people get? Just what we
Nothing.
gave? Nothing.
Nothing, nothing.
So this
They got
is
money on the way up. By
a little bit, but this is kind of like all or nothing.
That's
and the
right.
drum contest.
After you pass the club contest, it's winner take all.
That I didn't realize. Okay, but now we
And
do.
if you go from the club all the way up to the very final contest, you win $21,000
Wow.
Well, that's about a quarter
for
of a year.
scholarship. This is scholarship money. It has to be spent on a scholarship.
Okay. All right, that's good.
I have a question. Lion Lyle, you sent out an email about the donations we have made in the past, and you're asking if we have new opportunity to donate to some more.
Okay, that was not the point of the email. I was going to bring that up next if Bob didn't have something else.
Go ahead.
I sent an email out with funds available for year-end donations,
Right.
just to start your thinking on the matter. And what this is an accumulation of what we've made this year, how much we have donated to date, and those funds which go to organizations which we have not sent them anything this year yet, but we ordinarily do send them a donation during the year. Okay. I don't know if you have those sheets in front of you, but I'll just go over it very quickly. This year, our total income is $30,097.10. Our expenses were $20,773.24. Our income this year from the football pool and the YNC is $9,323.86. Okay. We have thus far this year sent out $5,960.45 in donations. Now, some of those are more than one donation, some are two, some are, just one, but they're listed on the second page for your viewing. It also shows the activities account balance at the beginning of the year and also funds available as of this moment, which is $18,159.85. I think that's correct. Oh, wrong one. That's correct. That's what's in our activities account right now. $18,159.85. Okay. I generally recommend, and I pulled this figure off the wall, that we hold $15,000 in our activities account as for next year as a reserve. If you go down to the bottom line of all that mumbo jumbo, we have available $3,159 to give away. Okay. If we were to donate to all the various organizations that we ordinarily donate to, it totals to $5,850. In other words, we would have spent $2,700 more than we took in this year. Okay. Now that largely is because of the we did not have the crab feed. Okay. So there we go. Just I want to get you set and start thinking, if you can, about who we're going to give to at the end of the year. A lot of things we've already given to through the year because they were needed by various organizations, or it was appropriate to give those organizations earlier in the year this year. And that's one of the reasons to have a reserve, is so that you can do that and it's not going to affect the club very much. So there we go. Do we want to give what we have been giving to the Balboa Alumni Association, Wilderness Camp, Clinic by the Bay, Teen Challenge, and well, the Lions Eye Foundation only has one more payment this year, so it's not a huge deal. But so there we go. What do we want to do? Who do we want to spend money on? You know, who do we want to send money to? We're going to end up with a smaller balance at the end of the year this year than last.
Because of the crab feed.
Yes, we lost 30 some odd $100 in income. There's nothing we could do about that. Now, do we shortchange these organizations, or we just go for it? It's up to you. You know, that's the
When do
question.
we need to make a decision on all this?
We can give them money anytime. They'll be happy to get it.
No, but I mean, normally we do it by the end of the fiscal year.
At the end of the fiscal year, which is June 30th.
Right.
Okay.
So we have time to
You
think.
know,
We have a couple more. We have
we
one
can-
more business meeting, the 1st of June.
That's
Okay, so
correct.
We
And,
we have,
you know,
we have a month to think about all this. Pick a couple of, places that you would like us to either give them more money, or a new place or two, or something like that, where we can find out where it'll do some good.
you know, there's no hard and fast rule about how or when or how much we have to give to anybody. We are the people who are in charge of the club. We're the board of directors, and we decide what we want to do. And
Okay.
I want to get your brains prepared for it.
Yeah,
All right.
appreciate that.
So,
We,
quick question. We can go ahead and give out the same amount this year as we gave last year, and we'll
Yes.
still have plenty of money in the bank?
We'll
We'll be
have,
short.
and we'll have an estimated, a little over $11,000 still in reserve.
Okay.
Good. All right.
You know, all I can really say is if we wish to continue giving at the same level, we either need to come up with some more fundraisers. Very difficult for our group. A lot of people sometimes suggest things, but more often than not, it falls by the wayside.
Yeah, we're fortunate
Uh,
that we have two things that work for us, and we used them last year. The third one we can bring back this year. That's the crab feed. And
Well, a question is Bob Finech willing to run the crab feed?
well, that's one
And-
thing we have to take a look at.
Well, yes. And if he does not wish to run it, who will?
Well, that's another good
That-
question.
that-
We'll
that
cross
is-
bridge if we come to it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
it's a very big question.
Bob and I had a gentleman lined up, Angelo Costanzo, to help us. He kind of helped us last year over the phone, so I don't think that's a problem. Either Bob, myself, or this gentleman's going to consult with us. So it's like the
Well,
guys
that's
we
good.
use.
Okay. And I'll
You-
look for location.
That's
Yeah,
really good.
we'd already had it planned, and then the pandy happened that
Yeah.
Angelo was going to help us. Kind of like when we did it that year, our second year at the Mariposa
Yeah,
Hunters Point Club.
yeah. I mean, a point to make and I nobody wants to hear it, is we've all been kind of on automatic this year. Just, you know, whatever happens, happens. You know, it's nothing we could do about it. That's by and large, it's somewhat true, but not entirely true. Don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
I don't know how all of you feel about it.
Well, it was good we had the experience to go on automatic. A lot of people in clubs didn't.
Well, yeah.
I think
Okay,
the
so
only thing I wish well, I didn't really know about this. I didn't think about it. There's a lot of people doing the drive-by meals. Like they did barbecues, they did turkeys for turkey days, they've done crab feeds, lobster feeds, and they seem to be very profitable and work well. But now I don't know how many people it takes to do that. So I don't know if that's something our club would be willing to do, even if we had thought of it.
I wholeheartedly agree.
But it could be a blend, Lyle. We could do a to go in and then a sit.
I agree also.
Yeah.
My only point is that our number of doers in the club is very greatly diminished.
That's my point.
Super diminished.
It's fading.
Yes, and it's unfortunately I have to say it's probably shrinking further than we care to admit to.
Yeah, unless we can bring in family and friends to help out, we're not going to be able to do it. I'm afraid. I agree with Lyle. There's just not enough young people in the club that are willing to do, you know, join and work, be worker bees.
well, that demographic is obviously changed, but is nothing to consider partnering up with another club or two,
That
which
too.
you've seen,
That too.
and see if they can do that. I have a meeting coming up with the United, the head of the United Club.
Unified.
Fong, yes.
It's a unified.
Unified. Well, United, Unified, etc. And their possibility to do some, you know, things together with. So we'll we'll work on that. So. Okay. Any other thing anybody want to break up about the Lions or life?
The Lions and life.
You know, I think we can pull off, you know, their crab feed. We were planning it. We had that gentleman, we're going to buy it. And he was, you know, he was going to actually come and help us. And then the pandy happened. But now that we're in a new category pandemic, you know, people may take a meal to go. They still want to tie. They want to feel connected. People feel very alienated now, and maybe just getting a meal to go, they feel they're contributing. They don't have to come and sit down, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like a lot of people are spoiled with this Zoom and don't figure that we have to go to the club or the restaurant in order to meet. Yeah. Let's go on Zoom, but they still want to participate. And you know, the drive-bys have seemed to be very successful. I don't know what the money is on them, or the prep, but we can find that out.
Let me share a photo with you real quick, talking about the crab feed. This photo is a crab. This was a crab feed to go. And this is what one person received. Okay. I can't remember how much we paid for it, but it was a local organization over here in Pittsburgh. There was enough crab. We had we bought 2 meals and we probably ate 3 meals off of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, there was probably close to 3 crabs in this bag total. And it was very good.
Yeah.
I was very surprised, to be very honest with you. Now I don't have any information about how much they made, but
How much was it for the to go?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. Actually, Linda paid for it.
Yeah.
I want to say it was probably maybe $35. I don't remember.
It's still a good price at 35.
Yeah.
But no, that's good.
Well, we'll start looking at that, checking price, quantity, and place, and let's see what we can find out about that.
Okay.
And get some green packaging. I was a little put off by all the plastic. I'm just saying, aesthetics. Lyle, you're a magician for pulling these things out, man.
Well, what up?
You pulled that out of nowhere. You had the original charter. It's
that stuff. I actually called International because I can't remember what I was looking for at the time, and they pulled all of those sheets off of microfiche.
Mike, boy, there's a name from the back.
And I asked for any records they have, going back as far as they can go, and they only had 5 pages. Is all they had.
Damn.
And do they charge you for that, Lyle?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's a good deal.
I've had these sitting here for a couple of years. I think
You're
I got
organized.
those in 2018. I was gonna add them to our website, but they're in pretty sad shape, so I couldn't really do that.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to do with somebody. But it's interesting that you got them, and Joe got to see his brother's name on there. That's cool.
Yeah. No, that's really cool, Lyle. You've got it together. No, that's
Well, sometimes it's finding where I put it.
you got it.
I know it's in this machine someplace, but I can't find it.
But I mean, they're saying people are going to keep buying to go and doing the part of the economy that refound itself during the pandemic is going to continue.
Oh yeah, the restaurants that I was in one today, and the parklets are now permanent. The to go, you call up or send it, go to the app, put it there, and Zoom. It's going to be up. People just, it's nice that we can all get up and dressed up and go to a restaurant, but that may be something for special occasions. But now a lot of people just want to, grab and go home and sit down in front of the big screen and watch what they want to watch, along with the cats, the dogs, and she's down there on the floor asleep, and other things. So I think we have to look upon that as how do we penetrate that and adapt that to what we have in the club in order to make it work. So let's give some thoughts on that. Even if we have to partnership with somebody,
Well,
like another club or a restaurant.
That's a good thing, though, if we can partnership with somebody else.
Okay, well, we'll work on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of partnership, I think this meeting tonight, partners might be time to call it a night. So who would like to give us a motion to fade into the sunset?